I'm sorry, it's not me, it's you. Hey guys, it's Jess from She's the Posh. Welcome back. And today we're going to be talking my 5 handbag deal breakers. I make videos every Wednesday and Sunday, all designer and fashion related. I love sharing with you all my tips and tricks. If that is something you're into, please remember to hit subscribe below and ring my bell so we can become best friends here on the internet. Okay guys, I am doing a tag video. I was tagged by Sam from Bargain Hunting Blonde. Thank you so much for tagging me, girl. And this is a fun tag because this is something like her and I will discuss all the time, like our deal breakers. Like I knew hers before she even mentioned them, and she probably is going to know mine before I even mention them here. So these are the reasons why I don't spring on that bag purchase. Why? I'm sorry, this is not gonna work out. This is not gonna get serious. This relationship is over. The first thing I thought of is like a deal breaker that I may have bought the bag and then this happens and I end up selling that bag. And we're going to be talking a weak magnet. I hate when a bag has a weak magnetic closure. I used to have this Saint Laurent, I believe it's called the Saint Laurent shopping tote. I'll insert a picture of me rocking that. I loved that bag. I didn't mind that it was slouchy. I put a organizer in there, had the fringe. I thought it was super cute. However, that magnet would always pop open, always. Like I would shut it, and as soon as I put it on my shoulder, it popped open. Didn't matter if I had nothing in it, stuffed it, had nothing in it, it would always just pop open. And sometimes it would just like fall over and all my stuff would fall out because the magnetic didn't stay. Like it's such, I just couldn't. It drove me bonkers. And let me demonstrate right here with this bag. This is a tote bag that is obviously different. It's more structured than what it is, but this has the perfect magnet in my opinion. This is the Heru bag. I will post a video up here, me talking about this specific bag, but it has a perfect magnet. So what is a perfect magnet in my opinion is the fact that it is not hard for the bag to find the magnet, right? It's lined up perfectly, they find each other, and also it is secure to the point where if I'm walking, bumping into it, it is not going to come apart. It falls over in the seat in front of me because I had to slam on the brakes because people be driving crazy, that it doesn't pop open, all my stuff doesn't fall out. And when I open it, I don't have to like pry it open. It just pops right open, I can get my stuff, and voila, it shuts. Like I love that. No fuss, no muss. That is, I mean, this is the absolute perfect magnet. So yeah, if it has a weak magnet, I'm sorry, girl, bye. Next, we're gonna talk fussy closures. I just can't do it with a bag that, I mean, if she's pretty and it takes me a couple minutes to shut her, you know, I can get around that. But the fact, if I'm like struggling to try to shut the bag, and if I don't shut the bag, it's wide open, then we got a problem. And that's one of the reasons I sold my Gucci Dionysus wallet on a chain. I'll insert it here. I loved it. It is bigger than most wallet on chains. I used it as a clutch. It was formal, it was casual. I love the versatility of it, but it was a pain to shut. For some reason, there was no magnet on the closure, which I don't understand. I think that would have made it so much better. And I had a hard time like lining it up when I would shut it. I couldn't get it to line up, and the point where I had to like look at it, find it, and shut it. It was too fussy, and I just couldn't deal with that. Like if I'm out shopping, you can't leave that open. If you left that open, it would, all your stuff would fall out. It was just not for me. If I have to fuss trying to get a bag closed, it's
not gonna work out. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to end this relationship.
And number 3 handbag deal breaker for me is if I can't imagine myself with 5 outfits rocking that bag. Like if I can't, like before I buy a bag, I try to think of what I can wear with it. Like if I get this bag, what am I gonna rock with it? Take this to work. Can I take her out to party? What is her function? What are we going to be doing together? How are we going to hang out? What are our favorite activities? Like those are things that I think about. For example, before I bought Christian Dior bag right here. She's absolutely gorgeous. Love her. I had to think, okay, this is a bold statement right here. This oblique print is pretty out there. It's pretty fierce. It's this blue. What am I going to wear this with? How am I going to use her? How am I going to take her out? She is a big investment. Is she worth it? And I could imagine myself taking her to meetings, taking her to work. I imagine myself like wearing a beautiful spring dress and carrying her, taking her to a lunch, taking her just casual jeans, leggings, mom chic. Like I could imagine taking her so many places. So that's why I pulled the trigger. If I cannot imagine that, if I cannot imagine our future together,
then really, is there a future?
Number 4 deal breaker for me is if I'm not in love. Like if I need to feel butterflies. I need to feel something before. I know that seems silly because they're just bags with like my bag babies, but I need to feel some kind of love. I need to feel something for that bag. If I just like it, if it's a trend that I'm thinking, oh, that's cute, that's nice. But if I'm not getting butterflies for that purchase, if I'm not stalking the UPS man or DHL waiting for them to deliver my package, if I'm not refreshing the tracker to see when she's coming, then it's not for me. I have to feel that same thing. And sometimes I fall out of love. So if I sell a bag, most of the time it's, if I look at it and I'm not getting that love feeling, then I will know it's time to sell a bag. If I'm not feeling butterflies, if I'm not feeling that special connection we once had, it is time to move on. And it's time for me to like give her to somebody that feels that way because she deserves to be loved, right? So yeah.
If I am just liking you and I'm not in love, I'm sorry, it's not going to work out.
And number 5 deal breaker, even if I have all the other things checked, we're in love, I can imagine our lives together, we've got an amazing closure, all that stuff, but I cannot pay for a bag over retail. Now I have paid full retail, I never used to, but special things like Louis Vuitton, there's certain bags that I've had to pay full retail for. So that was my Pochette Matisse, and then that was my away bag. Like I paid full retail for those. And that's because on the secondhand market used, they're almost close to retail, and sometimes they're over retail. So for me, I am in love with the Chanel 19. I can't get it out of my head. I just love it. And I've come close to pulling the trigger on it, but I just cannot pay more than retail. I very rarely pay retail. And for me, it's just like, I like to be cautious with my money, even if I have the money to spend. You know, it's very hard for me to pay more for something that I should. And that's just like a principle of me. And that is just a deal breaker. I've had stuff added to cart. I've had almost all my credit card numbers in there, and I'm about to hit that button and I'm like, no, I just can't. I can't pay more than retail. I shouldn't have to pay more than I'm supposed to for a bag. And it doesn't matter if it checks all the other boxes. For me, it's just like,
I just can't, guys.
Okay, guys, that is everything. Please tell me, what are your deal breakers? What are yours? I'm sorry, it's you. It's not me. It's not going to work out. I'd be so curious to see what ones we share and what ones we don't. I'd love to hear from you. And again, I'm going to tag some lovely ladies down below. I'm not sure how many people have done this, so if you've already done it, that's fine. Please let me know that you have in the comments so I can go check out your video. And as always, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye, guys.